Alright, so I've got her all rinsed off. We'll go through and wipe it down with our glass cleaner like we always do. Other than that, everything is ready to go. Well, check it out, man. You guys might notice some yellow bumpers in the background. I went ahead and painted the bumpers last night, and that way they'll be out of the way, and when it comes time to paint this, we could focus on this by itself and not have that extra stuff out here catching overspray and things like that. Let's get this thing wrapped up, wiped down, and we'll shoot it next. All right, so she's completely prepped. She's cleaned. What's left? Time for masking. Let's get her masked up. I know this is everybody's favorite part. Nobody really likes to mask. I always hated it, but I've actually grown to like it in the past, recent years. I mean, think about it. All the hard part's over. No more sanding, no more blocking, no more beating on it with a hammer, none of that, man. We're on the downhill slide, so all we're gonna do is just stick some tape on the car, and then we're ready to start shooting. We'll start on the front here, probably right in this area, across the front of the hood, down in this jam, across the back of the hood, and we'll move on from there. Alright, so this is kind of what we're going for here. I'm masking up the inside of the hood because I don't want yellow overspray on our freshly painted bottom side of the hood, right? Also, we went in here and taped inside of here. I don't know if you noticed, but I put my tape on and then flipped it over on top of itself, so the sticky side's out, and that has a rolled edge right there. So what that does is when the overspray goes down in here, when you're spraying, when the hood's shut, it'll go in there and it'll catch a soft edge versus a hard tape line. And that way when you peel this off, you won't feel the line. You see what I'm saying? So that's a neat little painter trick. Just roll your tape over on top of itself, leave the sticky side out, and then you can come back through, tape your paper to that. That'll keep the overspray out of the engine bay. This will keep the overspray off of the hood, obviously. We'll shut the hood, we'll put our tape in through here, and then we'll run plastic on the rest. Alright, so we're taping around the molding on top of the windshield. I want to show you guys a little trick, something I do. I will come in with a piece of tape, sticky side out, and I'll tuck it down in there. It's going to be kind of hard with one hand, but we'll try. I'm going to get it tucked down in behind there like that, right? Now I'm going to push against it so that the molding actually sticks to it like that. Now I'm going to bring it over. Now we're stuck to the molding. Now we can pull out on it ever so slightly, stick it down, and check it out. We've pulled the molding away from the surface we're going to be painting, so now the paint can go in behind it. And since we've actually rolled our tape over the molding and stuck it to the back side, there's no chance of getting a tape line or paint on our edge of our molding or anything like that. I mean, you can see how far away we have this pulled now. When we get back to here, we'll add another piece of tape. Apologize for the camera. It's kind of hard to do one-handed, but there we go, we got it, just like that. Alright, so that's one jam, completely masked, ready to go. All the way around. Just gotta do that 3 more times on 3 more jams, and this thing will be pretty much ready. Still gotta do the back windshield, and we gotta do the trunk jam too, so anyway, we're getting there. Alright, so there's jam number 2. And that's how it works. You just shut it just like you normally would. Make sure the rubber's not in the way. And once it's shut, once it's shut, this is how it'll be painted. And like you said, when the paint goes down in there, it won't get overspray all over everything. All right, so we went ahead, added another piece of paper right there, because this lip is actually tucked behind the front door when it shuts, so you have to actually kind of blow paint up in there a little bit to get coverage, because you can see we got a lot of primer on that edge, a lot of sloppy overspray from the last guy. So we're gonna have to kind of blow that paint and the sealer and everything all up inside of there, and we definitely don't want that going into our jam. So once the door is shut, get this rubber out of the way. Once the door's shut, just like that, we should be able to go through here and paint, have all that blow in there, and it won't get into our jam. All right, so we've made it all the way around the rear windshield, and just like the front, we tucked our tape in behind the rubber molding and pulled it forward, and now our paint will be able to go down in behind there like we need it. We've also done the trunk jams as well. We went all around the edges with our paper. Same thing over here. Back taped across the front edge. And now when we put this down, when we run our plastic across here, the plastic's going to catch this. This is the sticky side right here. The plastic will catch it, and then we could trim out the actual trunk lid for paint. We masked the inside of the gas door. We are ready for plastic now. All the windows have been taped around. The way I do these side windows is this tape is sticky side out, just tucked up in behind the lip here. We'll roll our plastic over, it'll stick to that, and then we'll trim it out. So let's get started on plastic. All right, so now that we got the whole car covered with plastic, we could come through and we could cut out all the stuff that we don't need and get rid of it. But that's what I mean right there. For those of you guys that don't know, you just trim around it like that, and then your window is left masked off. So pretty easy. You just come out and just trim around all your windows. All right, there it is, completely masked off, ready to go. We're gonna wipe it down with our glass cleaner, our spray way glass cleaner. We're gonna wipe it off really, really good, and then we'll hit it with a tack rag, and then we're gonna spray a nice even coat of sealer like we mentioned before. We want this to have a nice uniform finish, so a nice even coat of sealer will be our foundation, and then we'll put our yellow color on top of that. All right, we got a spray away glass cleaner, man. This stuff is awesome, works really good. Not sponsored or anything, but I've been using this stuff for years, and it works really well. Gets rid of all the fingerprints and the grease and the oil, all that stuff. And we're gonna go through and we're gonna wipe this whole hood down. Now keep in mind, we've already washed this car and we've already wiped it down once. And I guarantee you, it's still dirty. I mean, look at all that. That's after cleaning it like 2 times already. So we'll get it with the spray way. This will be the third final cleaning, and it should be good to go. We'll tack it off with our tack rags after that and start spraying sealer. Whenever you're wiping the surface, you want to keep flipping your rag. Keep the clean side down and get the whole panel. I mean, look, I've already flipped the rag twice. So, I mean, I swear it's like you could wipe it 100 times and still pick up stuff. So, you want to definitely do this thoroughly. All Alright y'all, this is the sealer right here. Want to make sure you stir this up really good when you get it, because look, all that's stuck to the bottom of it. You got to get all that stirred in. Scrape it off the bottom and stir it around, and it'll melt away eventually. I've had it worse than that. I've had it over, you know, like that thick down in the bottom of it, and it'll stir in eventually. Primer's even worse. We're going to use our Eastwood sprayer today. This thing works pretty good. It's the Eastwood turbine system, and it should make light work of this. So get everything tacked off right quick, and then we're ready to spray. Got our crystal tack rags. These are pretty good. Just want to get these, open them up, let them sit a few minutes. Kind of helps with the sticky, because these things are extremely sticky and we don't want them to be quite that sticky. So open these things up, kind of fluff them around a little bit, give them a few minutes, they'll be ready. Alright, so here's our paint. Just this Nason single stage cheap stuff. We got 3 quarts of color. This mix is 4-to-1. That means 4 parts color, 1 part of the reducer. So let's get that in there. We'll mix that up a little bit and then we'll pour it in again. All right, everybody, so it's the next morning. I let it dry overnight. Paint's nice and dry. Let's get it unmasked. All right, so we're completely unmasked now. Let's get in here and start putting this thing back together. We're gonna start with our weather stripping. That's got a piece of tape, didn't we?
Not completely yet.
All right, now we're completely unmasked. All right, let's get this weather stripping all put back together. We'll start with that, and then we'll start throwing door handles and stuff in. All right, so anytime you're putting a door handle together, obviously you want to test your locks, make sure everything works. We already tested to make sure it opens and shut. We know that's good. We also want to test our key, make sure it works. And as you can see, working great. Everything's good, everything's bolted up. One door down, 3 more to go. Hey, while we're on the subject, isn't it nice to see a car with a passenger side door handle that still has the key lock in it? It seems like I don't think they do that anymore, really, on most cars. All right, so we got one set of doors all put together. We're making our way around the car. We'll get the driver's side done next, and then comes bumpers, headlights, taillights, all that good stuff, and then pretty much done after that. So we'll repeat this process over on this side, and then we'll keep moving right along. All right, everybody, so we are down to the last door. We saved the best for last, the driver's side. Unfortunately, this has a really bad damaged belt molding. So we're gonna replace that. We're not even gonna throw that on the car. We're gonna leave it off for now, but I am gonna go ahead and put the mirror on. I'm gonna go ahead and put the door handle and the door panel in, because that's not going to really affect the belt molding situation. But I do have a broken handle on the inside, so we will be replacing that as well. I'm gonna make me a little list for the salvage yard. It's gonna include this rubber piece here that someone has damaged. I believe someone's been prying their way into the door when they lock their keys in, screw that up, common issue. This one's the same way over here, look at that, tore all that up. We're gonna replace both those weather strippings, that handle, that belt molding, and I think that's it. I think that's all it needs body wise. Now we get in and we'll just go around and get all of our screws back in it. All right, and with that, the front end is officially put back together. Let's move on to the back. And finally, the trim panel. And of course, don't forget your emblem. All right, with that, it's done. It's official. She's put back together again. Got to get a couple little pieces for it out of the salvage yard. Don't you guys worry, you're not going to miss a thing. I'll take you guys with me out there. We'll get those pieces for it. Get them in here. We're going to get some hubcaps. We'll spray the wheels with a nice satin finish black, make them look nice because they are a little rusty. So obviously we're down here at the LKQ yard trying to find an Aveo, and I just spotted one. There we go. Let's see if it's got what we need. Good belt molding, we need that. This kind of it's better than the one we got, but it kind of sucks, and it's the wrong color, huh? Yeah, we're looking for a black one. Well, I don't know. Guess worst case scenario, we'll grab it. But this one, we need this one, and it looks to be in good shape, so we'll grab that. Speakers, check it out. We want speakers. Our speakers are all blowed out, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab these, and luckily somebody's already taken the door panel off, so it'll be easy to get to. Should be able to get this off here right quick. Shouldn't take too long. Couple door handles. I need one for this driver's side front, and I need one for the passenger side rear. Get our belt molding off, and we're just about done. It's one speaker. All right, so inside this passenger side front door, there's a little buzzer switch right here. Tells you when a door is open. Well, we're going to go ahead and take that one because ours, I noticed, had duct tape on it. So obviously it's not working. So I'll probably get this one for a couple dollars. Why not? Well, take it they needed a roof. They took the whole thing. They don't allow power saws in here too, so I guess they hacksawed that thing off there. I don't know. A lot of work.
25-minute warning, guys. 25-minute warning.
Got ourselves a 73 Maverick here. Unfortunately, it's a 4-door, but it is all there and it's rust free. And check it out, it's got a V8 under the hood. I'm guessing that's a 302. You guys probably know better than I would. AC car. We got ourselves a 66 Ford Galaxy here. Somebody's done robbed the engine out of it. Still got the transmission. It's like an automatic. Somebody's been shooting at this one. It's got all kinds of bullet holes in it. Looks like they busted all the glass out of it, probably shot it out. It got holes in the seat, like the bullet holes in the seats. That's a shame. 4-door car, but you know, this body style, you could, you know, they're starting to get more and more acceptable because it's about all you can find anymore. It's be a cool car in its own right. Looks like it needs a new trunk. That's all rusted out there. Yeah, this is probably something set in somebody's yard for a long time and they finally just hauled it out of there. Pretty rough. Parts car mostly. Definitely, I don't think I'd ever try to build something like this one. This was pretty far gone. But Galaxy, man. Cool cars nonetheless. This is a Dodge 600. Reminds me of like a Dodge Dynasty or something like that, I guess. That's just a crying shame on this one. Look at that. Look how clean that is, y'all. It doesn't even have a rip in the seats. Nothing. No, not a single crack in the dash. Man, what a shame. This is grandma's car, yo. That's exactly what this is. This is grandma's car. She hardly ever drove it. Curious what's under the hood on this one. Not 100% sure. Well, 4-banger, all right. What is this? Chrysler electronic fuel injection. Looks like it's all there. See anything missing? That's a damn shame, you know, because this car is all here. And I know it's kind of, you know, it's an undesirable car or whatever, but look at it, man. It's so straight. It's all there. It's even got the hubcaps. Got one over here. It's laying on the ground. Man, 1984. Wasn't much for style, but I would drive it just because it survived and still looks this good and is in that good a shape. I would just drive it just for that, just for shits and giggles. Unfortunately, its days are over. She's a parts car now. All right, so I found the weather strip I need. Unfortunately, it's in the middle of a lake. This is gonna be good. Literally surrounded by water. Let's see if we can build ourselves a bridge to get across here. Oh, this is gonna be fun. We just might make it, y'all. Now I know I'm gonna do all of this for nothing. I'm gonna get over here and the smoking not gonna be any good. Almost there. Oh, check it out, y'all. It's actually good. This is the only good one I could find too. Unfortunately, we got to go through this to get to it. But that don't matter. We got it now. We're here. Let's get it off of here. Hopefully I can do this without falling out. I'm literally like posted up in the doorway of this car. This is how you got to do it sometimes. Get that off of there. Try to do this without dropping the camera in the water. Hopefully I can do this without dropping me in the water. All right, success. We've got it. All right, so now to get back over there without getting wet. All right, so we got somebody on the way to check out the Silverado. Let's take a look at it just in case they buy it and we don't get to see it again. 96 Silverado 2500. This is the OBS style. That's what we always call them. It's what old body style. That's what that stands for those that don't know. This is a 3/4 ton, the 2500 series. It's got the small block V8 in it. Let's see, 177,000 on this one. Man, that's extremely low for an old pickup truck. Now this one went down to Mako and got a just a little scuff and shoot paint job, no kind of body work or anything like that. And I think they actually did a really good job on it. I mean, check it out. Even up close, it actually looks good. Kind of hard to tell with the raindrops on it, but you know, it does look pretty decent. I would tell you if it didn't. Hell, I don't mind being honest. If they screw it up and make it not look good, I'll tell you about it. Check it out though. Pretty clean little pickup. Great set of tires. Everything's good on it. Check out the tires. Got the big old bumper on it. Look at that. It's got a tow hitch on the rear and it's got the 5th wheel rails in the back. So I think the guys here, I'll show you guys the motor right quick and then I got to shoot up to the top of the driveway. See if we can't get this one out of here. All right, so there's the motor, Vortec 350. Pretty good shape, man. It all looks good. And he just turned down my street, so I'm gonna shoot up to the driveway and see if we can't make a sale. Got a little rain out here, a little muddy. Alrighty, so there she is. Hopefully that's the last look we're gonna get of it. Maybe we'll get her sold here in just a little bit. He's on his way, should be here any minute. All right, you guys, there goes the Silverado. The 2500 is out of here. We did 3650 on it. Not bad. Turned out to be a hell of a little flip. Great truck, by the way. She's a workhorse. She's got a lot of life left in her. But there she goes, on to her new home. The 96 2500 Chevy is gone. 3650. I think we did damn good on that one, man. Anyway, let's get back in here on this Aveo and get it done and get it ready to send off to its new owner. Well, what do we have here? Well, hello there, Darlene. She's looking good these days. Missing a little something back here. What's going on? A little sneak peek, little body work going on. That's all I can show you, all of that. You're gonna have to tune in to me, myself, and Darlene and see the rest of that. She's been working hard on that truck. I'm very proud of her. That truck is really taking shape. So you guys want to tune in, me, myself, and Darlene. That's my daughter's channel, and there will be a link in the description. She's got really good videos on that little truck. It's coming a long ways. All right, there's the new belt molding. Man, that looks good on there now. Just in case you guys were wondering, here's the original belt molding. Can you see? I mean, it was in bad shape, all bent up through there, which made it difficult to get back on. And I wouldn't put that on anyway. I mean, that's bad. I mean, I think they charged me like $3 for this belt molding, if that. So hell yeah, I'm gonna replace it. All right, so I went ahead and dusted a little black, satin black color in there on both of those pillars. And also, while I was at it, I went ahead and did the driver's side as well. It's done, looks a lot better. I think that's gonna do it as far as the doors go and cosmetics mostly. All I got really left is to throw some hubcaps on it. I'll do that in a minute. This is all that's left. This is all the crap that we took off of it. I didn't show you guys on camera, but I actually threw a couple of speakers in the doors while I had them apart. Both door speakers were blown completely out of it. They sounded terrible, so I went ahead and threw some in it while we were at it. They're like a few bucks a piece, why not? All right, so moving right along, we're gonna put a set of struts in this thing. Ordered a brand new set of struts from Rock Auto. They're only like 75 bucks for 2 front struts. And that's shipping, handling, and everything. I mean, that got them right here to the house. AutoZone was a little more expensive, so we didn't go that route. We just went this route. Turned out just fine. All right, so I went ahead and changed out the strut on the driver's side. It's done. We're gonna move over to the passenger side now. And that should take care of this thing. All right, everybody, we got it out. We got it all cleaned up, ready to go. So let's check it out. There you have it. That's the finished product. I think she'll do fine. I think she looks just fine, man. I mean, what more do you want? It's just a basic paint job. It's the factory color, so it all matches the jams. I think it'll do just fine. You guys leave me a comment. Tell me what you think. Now, I know she's about as straight as a sack of potatoes, but I'm telling you, man, it's good enough for, you know, 2,800 bucks, whatever. I'm sure it'll be like under 3 grand on this one. Got the interior cleaned up. This one didn't need much, just gave it a quick little vacuum. Nothing major. Didn't need any kind of shampooing or any of that. We got the hubcaps, brand new hubcaps. We made a few repairs here and there. We got the new door handles on. Check them out. I went ahead and sprayed them black since the chrome was peeling off. Did that one. Did that one too. So now we have all 4 handles on it again. What else did we do to this? Got our new weather stripping on there, so no more tears. This one too, you guys remember what we had to go through to get that one. Almost had to go swimming. Totally worth it though. I went ahead and blacked out both of the fog lamp covers. I don't know if you guys remember, but they didn't look too well. I think they'd even tried to prime those and they just looked terrible, so went ahead and blacked those out. Just little things you can do here and there to make it look better. Things like blacking these out, You know, you'd be surprised what you can do with a $5 can of spray paint. This thing has nearly new tires on it, all the way around, matching set. I don't know what you want under $3,000, you know what I mean? So anyway, had a lot of fun with this flip. These kind of flips are a lot of work, but they're fun, they're rewarding, you know, because I think there's going to be a good profit on this one to make it worth it. $500. I mean, that's what we paid for the car. We've probably got, maybe about $450 into it so far. If you guys remember, we had to buy some struts. You know, a trip out to the salvage yard, like 40-50 bucks, things like that. So, you know, we're probably sitting in this thing just under $1,000 right now. So, I mean, we get 2,500 bucks for it. That's $1,500 profit, and all we got is just a few days messing around out in the shop with it. So you can't beat that, you know. I'm gonna ask $29.95, maybe $28.50, somewhere around in that range, but I'm gonna try to get that $2,500 for this thing. I mean, it's got to be worth that. It's 115,000 miles on an 09. Everything works on it. She drives like new. I mean, she smells good inside. Everything works. Ice cold AC. I just don't know what else you could ask for around $2,500. So anyway, you guys tell me, what do y'all think, man? What do you think it would go for in your neck of the woods? I like to know what's going on out there and other people's markets, because it's different everywhere you go. So anyway, you guys, thanks for following along. I know this has been a really fun build, like I said, and I like throwing these little videos out every once in a while. And typically we like easier flips, but something like this, you know, just a quick little respray, nothing to it, man. You could do it, anybody could do it, I promise you. And look at the value that it's going to put back into this car. We should make enough to make it totally worth it, I promise. So anyway, I'm gonna get on out of here. Please don't forget my Instagram, link in the description as always. Don't forget my kids' channels. I will leave links for their channels in the description as well. You guys, you got to go check their channels out, man. They're working on their rides as well, and they're doing a lot of good work on those channels. You'll like it. So anyway, don't forget my Facebook also. Friend request me, man. I'll accept your friend requests on Weird Beard Facebook. Go check that out. Don't forget Auto Auction Rebuilds. I'm sure most of you guys already know who he is. I'm sure most of you came from there, but if by chance you don't know who that is, go check out Auto Auction Rebuilds. There will also be a link for his channel in the description as well. I'm out of here, you guys. I gotta go. I'll see y'all later.